Hello, everybody. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, Suko. Stream Stress, welcome. Hi, Ranger. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Chrissy. Welcome. Oh, I am fucking so tired. you guys have no idea. Oh my god. Yeah, so my sleep schedule, right? My sleep schedule for the entire summer has been 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. I have to wake up really fucking early to get to work. But last night I went to a musical, and that did not work very well with my current sleep schedule. So we got back at like 11. I was home, like I was in bed by like 11:30, and that's just not it's not good when I'm used to going to sleep at like 8. Nah, that's not good. So I am exhausted. So if the energy in this stream is a little bit more subdued, then that's why. Because I am incredibly tired. Like I just ran upstairs to go get another tea, just for extra caffeine, like an extra caffeine shot. But yeah, anyways, how's everybody doing? Yeah, so we are going to do a little, we're going to do some farming, use a couple of fuel, get Luocha up to a level that is acceptable, and then we are going to do Yanqing, I think. Because I think I booting up the game, I think I had the Yanqing thing, I think. I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah, let's just get into it. I don't have enough energy to like keep a stream of consciousness going, so I just need to like get the game going. So let's do that. I am so tired, y'all. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, okay. Oh. Yeah, so if it's a shorter stream today, that's why. That'll be why. Okay, so the plan is right now Luocha is sitting at level 60. I will not have enough to get enough of these. So what I'm gonna do like I think 2 runs of this. And like throughout the week I'm gonna work on getting them to level 70. What I want to work on right now is traces. These traces are not bad, but they're not good either. So we're gonna mostly be farming these guys to get traces up, and then I also want to enhance this. I think it's by first. Like priority is getting his card up, because I did have this on him, but I'm just now realizing how awful that is on him because he doesn't heal with his ultimate. So this is just better. Yeah, that's just straight up better. Just got Bailu after getting Luocha. Yeah, that's you got the best healers in the game right there. Like, that's ridiculous. That's just insane. Yeah, I want to say this is the Yanqing quest. Yeah, that's an interesting message. That's an interesting way of phrasing that. So let's go do dailies, and we'll work on that. I wanted welt. I know you're not the only one that is like Mihoyo's refusing to give welt, because I just cannot, for the life of me, get that man. It is so annoying. Like, I wanted him for my guaranteed 5-star, but I got Himiko. I wanted him, like, I wanted him when I lost 50-50. I got Himiko again. Like, it's annoying. Crimson Calyx. Let's go get abundance. Yeah, it's been ridiculous. It just makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. Okay. Before we do that, I need to go find 3 destructible objects to go destroy. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Take 1 photo and complete Crimson Calyx. This was probably the easiest set of dailies I have ever had. My God. That is incredible. We love that. Yeah, I'll get Welt one of these days. We'll get it. Or the one day I'm able to watch and my internet keeps dying. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, we'll just full send it. Ooh. Okay, I think I cannot kill these guys on one shot. Okay.
Time for a fun. Told you I could fight. Phew! Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Oh.
This combat needs optimizing.
Yeah, I think, okay, so
there's always a weakness.
Just reset my computer and swap Wi-Fi, should be fine. That's good. Yeah, so the musical I went to go see last night was the Book of Mormon. Which itself is an exhausting musical to watch because it is hilarious. So I was already tired from like the actual musical I was seeing, but then add on to that I'm throwing my sleep schedule out the window, and yeah, I'm struggling, y'all. I am struggling. I woke up at 9 a.m. because my body just doesn't sleep in. And now, like, yeah, I'm... Ooh. At this point, I might have to wait for 300. I know, I don't, like, I'm the same way. I don't want to. I might have to wait for 300 wishes, but I don't want to. I want the man now. Give me Welt now. I kind of sound like a bitchy baby, but I want my old man. Hello, Cass, welcome. Although, okay, so the musical I wanted to go see, there's also Denver Fan Fest happening in downtown Denver. So the convention center is right next to the DCPA. So it's like literally right across the street. The convention center that the fan expo was taking place at is right across the street from where I was seeing the musical. And so on multiple occasions I saw people walking by in full cosplay, and there was a venti, and I am so mad at myself. I am so incredibly mad at myself that I did not have the wit quick enough to say, wouldn't gliding be faster to them as they walked by. I was like, I saw a venti, and I didn't say anything because, you know, I'm awkward and not very socially adept. But they walked by, and I was like, fuck, it would have been so funny if I just shouted, wouldn't gliding be faster at them. That would have been so funny, but I didn't because I'm dumb. It was a really good venti, too.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
It was a really funny venti. And then we were sitting eating dinner, and I was telling my parents, I was like, I'm surprised I have not seen a Luffy yet. And then not 5 minutes later, a Luffy goes riding by on a scooter. I'm like, oh, there he is. You.
Here! We've entered the storm. To guard and defend.
It was very sad. I wanted to go, you know, yeah, I really wish I got a good quip out of somebody, but
Don't mess with me.
I never did.
I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of
I gotta
the
get good. I got good tea though, so that's a upside, I guess.
Your misery. What a headache. Who's next? More enemies.
I got good
Told you I
tea.
could fight.
Yeah, there's a tea shop. There's like a chain of tea shops around where I live, and one of them is in downtown Denver.
Try that again.
And so like, it's like down the street. It's on 16th Street Mall, and you go there, and it's just a bunch of Chinese tea. So, I got some
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch
neat
this
tea.
awesome move.
It's Shou Mei. It's a white. It's a aged white tea. It was fantastic.
You'll pay for that. Lend me your strength.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go you break alt
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
bop bop.
Told you I
Okay.
could fight.
And you again.
You're annoying. What a headache. Who's next? I'll end your misery. This battle is so you are.
Come on, I'm only on 5 out of 6. Fuck. Okay.
That needs up. This is double speed. So you are afraid of me.
Okay, so we're gonna go you.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. You took the bait.
Shield again. You.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. What a headache.
Okay. Boom.
I'll end your misery.
And then boom. How did that not kill, bro? That's dumb.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
What's up, Lamp? Welcome. Welcome in.
You'll pay for this. Don't mess with me. Who's next?
Okay. And then I could literally kill this guy with March. Never mind, I could not kill with March.
What a headache.
Because I've already said hi to you,
I'll
Ranger.
from your chain. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the
I don't need to
past.
say hi to you again, that's redundant. We're only about original content here, Ranger. Here at Whale Milk Studios, we only partake in original content. Oh, you know, Bronia's light cone is fucking busted. It's crazy. It's incredibly useful.
My turn. Phew. There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Let's see. Whoop. And we're good. That took way too long, to be honest. Hey, we got a 4-star, though. That's it, my computer can't be bothered. That's a rip. Okay. We got that done. Whoop, dailies finished. Okay. What we're gonna do. Let's do a couple of these ones. Where does that put me, though, for talents? Enhance. Yes. For traces, you don't have enough. Okay. I think I can synthesize a couple, though, right? 2. That's not enough. We'll we'll do another one and then we'll keep going. Actually no, I'm just gonna work on his level stuff. These things. Stagnant shadows. Ascension materials. That's what they're called. Oh, remembering things. Quite difficult. Yeet. Okay.
Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move. We've entered the storm.
Yeah, we're still in the first like couple of months of this game. I am still learning what everything is called. That's my excuse.
What a headache. This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Time for a bite.
that. Fuck, that's not quantum. Okay, I'm gonna shield, march. Not that. Don't do that, please. Don't do that, please.
Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery. Who's next? More enemies.
Yeah, it's just easier to say resin at that point. There we go.
Free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's just easier to call it resin at a certain point. Cause like energy is too basic, bitch, and like nobody calls it Trailblazer energy. Like nobody calls it the full name. Okay, we're gonna kill,
I'll end your misery.
and then you.
This combat need. This is double speed.
I don't need any excuses. I suck at the game, and I'm at peace with that. True. True. I should probably also do that. Like, just accept that I'm ass.
Lend me your strength. What a headache. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions
Please
of
kill.
the past.
Let's go. 64,000. Big hit. Whew. That actually hit harder than I was expecting. I did not expect that to actually kill.
Again when you're leveled up.
Heal. So you're getting... Yeah, I do have him. Yeah. He's right here. I am halfway building him. Alright, I have him built halfway. Like, he's aight right now, but he's not great. I need to actually, like, level this. Yeah, I got him last stream. It was a 50-50 win, and I am so proud of that. But yeah, thank you. So yeah, he's doing aight. He could be better. 1600 is meh. 1600 attack is meh, but you know, it's whatever. That's an interesting idol. My guy, what the fuck? Yeah,
Great.
resin is very much a problem. Well, cause my big problem that I'm discovering right now is I don't have credits. That's my big bottleneck right now, is I've been running low on credits. Cause I have been building too many characters. I've just been building too many fucking characters, so I just don't have the resin to actually properly
Don't mess with me.
build the guy. So
I'll end your misery.
I know character XP. Character XP is also a problem for me.
My turn.
Now, like after, you know,
Can I have fun this time?
after building
What a headache.
After putting all of that into Luocha, I do not have anything
I'll end your misery.
for res or for character XP.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. There's always a weakness.
It's gonna take me a while to a couple of days to actually get Luocha up to snuff. Because yeah, he's currently not doing so hot.
Combat needs up. This is double speed.
Good morning, Ryo. Welcome, welcome.
Pay for this. Lend me your strength. Don't mess with me. Whoops. My turn.
Okay.
More enemies.
You still have quantum weakness.
Try that again.
I'm hyper-focusing on Astus's Lodge, so that I'm getting Japard and Luocha. So my issue is resin. Already using the extra ones. Oh, rough. Yeah, credits will eventually be a pain. Especially since, you know, we're in the start of the game. We're at this point where, like, we are getting so many characters that we want to level up. But once we get settled, and, like... I felt like this in Genshin. I'm using Genshin as my frame of reference here. Like, once we get settled, I think credits are never going to be a problem ever. It's just because we've just started playing the game, and we have all of these new characters to, like, figure out what they do and build them and experiment. Yeah, credits are quite scarce. I used Asla like twice. She is very useful for breaking pyro if you have nobody else, or not fire, for fire weakness if you have nobody else. She's incredibly good for single target fire break, but aside from that, she's okay. She does buff technically, but I've never like really noticed her buff being good at all. I have little use for Asta. Yeah, that's also a good reason to keep her leveled. I keep her around purely for like the Cocolia fight, and that's really it. But I don't even really have a use for her anymore now at this point.
Watch this awesome move.
Yeah, apparently DPS Asta is incredible. I've never actually tried it, but from what I understand, apparently it's incredible.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Caffeine. Oh.
Troubles. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Yeah.
Lend me your strength.
Because most people will just build her how she's like how she's meant to be built, but she can dish out some crazy amounts of damage. It's just a little weird because it is it's a little weird because her E is randomized. It's a little unreliable, but aside from that, it's yeah, she can do damage.
Lend me your strength. You're annoying.
When it comes to single target though, she's fucking incredible. Like she's kind of a hunt character to a point.
Here. Watch this awesome move. Lend me your strength. Who's next? This is double speed.
Yeah, that's her big issue.
To guard and defend.
Well, that's why I don't really use her very much, is because I use her purely as a break champion. Fuck, that is not what they're called. As a break unit. I use her purely as a break unit, but she's only really useful when there's only one character. That's why I only like ever use her for Cocolia.
You can't run. Who's next? Disappear among the sea.
Mine is like
butterflies.
E5, never used again. I think I have her like E3, E4 or something. I actually don't know what I have her as. Hold on. What is my Asta at? Yeah, she's E4. What's her E6 do? Oh, yeah, okay. But yeah, like she's built all right. She has a 3-star hat on her, which is not great, but let's fix that. But yeah, she has like a 3-star cone on her and everything. I keep her around just for the break. Why did my keyboard switch to French? They're big meta players. One of them was so upset and the other was considering it. Yeah, it's a kind of a funny build. DPS Luocha? I mean, you're kind of doing that just by default, right? Like, you're building DPS Luocha just by default because he scales off attack. So... it's just, like, DPS Luocha would be, like, leaning into crit, pretty much, instead of all into attack. And that's it, yeah. Instead of outgoing healing, you put crit on him. Which, speaking of... Chen... Yeah, let's go. Crazy. Okay. So, how we're going to do this? We are going to... what do I want to do? You know what? What we're going to do is I'm going to start the Yanqing. I'm assuming this is the Yanqing quest. I don't know if it is. But we're going to do quests and stuff. And then if I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to continue farming on stream. I might end the stream after the quest. Just because that's how fucking exhausted I am. However... Yanqing's quest is nutty. Yeah, I know. It would have been great if Amelie didn't spoil it for me. I love Amelie to bits, right? I love her to bits, but... Dude, that was so stupid. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, Pixar didn't happen. Oh. You can get on the Jade Gate? Get down from there. Naturally, if I can get on it, I can get off. Finally got yesterday's workload done, so I'm taking a break. I'm going to send you a photo, but the signal is actually funny. Even text messages are coming in slower than usual. What happened? Amelie is the voice of Jingliu, and she tweeted out that she was the voice of Jingliu, but she tweeted screenshots that are spoilers. So... And I have notifications on for Amelie because she is voicing Yuzuki in A Place for the Universe. So I have tweets on, I have notifications on for the entire cast of the English cast of A Place for the Universe. So I was like, ooh, Amelie tweet. Click. Oh, okay. Then she also tweeted out leaked splash art, which was really funny. Just when I thought nothing would go wrong, something matter? Yeah, it was a big man moment. A Cycrane delivered an official document. An emergency meeting is coming up. I gotta go back to the commission. Those wicked Cycrane. You run from signals, but never Cycranes. she's doing her best. And again, I love her to bits, but like, I just find it really funny. It's just really funny. The last person I would expect to spoil a quest for me is one of the voice actresses. That's just so funny to me. It's like, I'm not mad at all. It's just funny. Okay, that's not the quest. What is the Yanqing quest? Hold on. Checking. D-Ting. I gotta go interact with D-Ting. That's what's going on. Whoa. In Starskiff, right? What am I doing? Map. There we go. Star Rail map. Shenzhou Luofu. That's what that is. Okay, got it. I can only imagine how upset people were. I don't think people were too upset because I think it was a couple of days into the patch, right? Or it was a couple of days after the after the quest had been released. So I think a lot of people had already already knew what happened. Like the fact that Jing Liu was in this quest.
I mean, head back.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people already understood, like, Jing Liu already made waves. So, hello, D-Ting. Meow, meow, meow. Clearly, you are meowing up the wrong tree. What if I just leave it be? Being the responsible person you are, you can't just leave it here. How about asking March 7th for help? Ah, yes, March 7th. The one person I would entrust with... with speaking dog. Okay, no, March is definitely would be the person who's like, oh yeah, I can speak dog. What is Marsh just doing here? Mark canonically can speak dog. Yeah.
Everything okay?
Can you help me translate something?
Huh? Why is D-Ting talking to you? I should be the one getting messages from cute little animals.
See, and why not me?
I think I'm a better fit, that's all. Never mind. No need to get offended. The first time we met D-Ting was during the Kafka hunt. I could tell there was a mysterious connection between us. Whenever he barked, I understood what he wanted to say.
Dog whisperer.
Take the message he sent you. Woof, 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 woof.
Imagine having to read that line.
Meaning, hello, dear. I found a strange thing at the port of Cloudford. You may want to come and have a look for yourself.
I don't really have any characters I'm looking forward to. I already have. Yeah, I'm the exact same way. I think the only thing I'm looking forward to is a leak that has been unconfirmed. A recent leak that came out. Yeah, a leak came out, and I am looking forward to them. Okay, explain why nothing about this game. Why they named March 7th? Because she was found floating in space in a block of ice, and she was rescued on March the 7th. And so she just kind of named herself that because she was also didn't have any memories. She didn't know who she was, so she named herself March 7th. Aside from that, I'm just putting my Jades into standard banner for Clara. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to dump my Jades into standard banner or just keep them around. Because yeah, I'm not interested in anybody for many patches.
D-Ting can convey a lot of information with only a few sounds. So what did D-Ting find at the port? Come on, let's go check it out.
Let's go. Clotford, right? Clotford, yeah. Woo! Woo! Let's go like here. Yeah, we might be talking about the same one, Raya. I don't know if we are. I might put it in the Genshin Leaks chat in the. I might have to make an HSR Leaks chat in the Discord just for that, just to put the character I'm talking about.
Little D-Ting says he's been dutifully searching for clues all over the Xianzhou. He notified us as soon as he found something strange.
Yeah, that might actually be a good idea. Because, like, the character that just got leaked might be out, like, that I'm interested in might not be out for a while. So I might have to do a similar thing. Oh, it's Yanqing. Hello, Yanqing. Yeah, let me do this actually. Genshin Leaks. Let me find the let me find this real quick. Give me a second. Layovers games. Tatsu, where was that post that you linked me? There we are. Copy. Boop. Boop. Possible. Oh. Animations. Okay, anyways. There we go. If you're curious, it's in the Leaks channel.
This is Yanqing, retainer to General Jing Yuan. I'm in active pursuit of a fugitive. The situation is unpredictable and developing rapidly, so I've planted this Jade tracer to record my whereabouts, in case I lose contact. If anyone finds this tracer, please take it to the seat of Divine Foresight, so the Cloud Knights have the necessary intel to act swiftly.
Ah, so it's a recording device. D-Ting must have heard its signal and called us over here to investigate.
But why us? Even the general's retainer is getting in on the action. They sent a child to apprehend the major criminal. I still want to know how fucking old is Yanqing, because it's all over the place. Like, there's so many different sources.
Qualify him just for being a little baby.
Oh my god.
If he's the general's retainer, there must be more to him than meets the eye.
I can't tell if that little chuckle from... I can't tell if that little chuckle was actually, like, what the director wanted, or if that was just Skylar Davenport just chuckling themselves at the script that wanted them to say "Widow Baby." That's so dumb. That's so stupid.
We're not that old ourselves, right? And yet here we are, express passengers on trailblazing expeditions.
Young enough to be considered child labor? True. That's all that's important. Yep, fair enough. Even dogs here can give out missions. Nothing shocks me now. I think the dude count as a widow babies.
Given everything that's been happening on the Xianzhou recently, I reckon the only fugitive worthy of a retainer's attention would be a Stellaron hunter.
No,
I wonder how he's getting along.
no. Check operations logs. Let's go. Okay, so Yanqing. Guys, I could do the thing. I could do the thing. I'm so excited. Let's go. I could do the thing. Mono ice. Let's go. Okay.
Blade tracking entry. Traces run cold at Starskiff Haven.
May I ask with the leak spoilers on the Discord? Yeah, so the leak spoilers roles give you access to the leaks and spoilers channel. So.
I'll have to ask the Cloud Knights in the area if they saw anything.
Let's go. This is gonna be fun, I think.
Captain, could you...
Yanqing? Why are you all the way out here on the front lines? Shouldn't you be back at the seat of divine foresight?
The General already has a lot on his plate. As his retainer, it's my duty to share the burden.
Yeah, so it just like... So you don't accidentally run into those channels. You actually have to like willingly give yourself access to those channels.
Nothing new to report, I assume?
Correct. After this Blade escaped
Aha.
from the shackling prison, he disappeared in
Jean.
thin air. I wonder if he's even still on the ship.
Or perhaps he had no intention of escaping in the first place.
What foul demons found their way across the stars to wreak havoc on the Luofu?
That's why I'm here, to help the General eliminate those demons.
Is that so? I didn't receive any orders from the General.
This is a covert operation.
Then shall we dispatch a few knights for this operation of yours?
I appreciate the gesture, but the fewer people who know about a covert operation, the better. Making a big show of it will only scare the snake deeper into the grass. A good hunter must operate alone. Dispatch a few knights. Huh. How incapable does he think I am?
Let's go,
I might be young
Yanqing.
now, but just you wait.
Okay, I actually don't know what he does. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah. Okay, so skill, ice damage, 182%. Activate Soul Steel Sync for 1 turn.
Rise.
When Soul Steel Sync, wow, that's hard to say, is active, Yanqing is less likely to be attacked by enemies. Yanqing's crit rate increases by 18.7% and his crit damage increased by 26%. After Yanqing attacks an enemy, there's a 57% fixed chance to perform a follow-up attack, dealing... Oh, he does follow-ups. Okay. Dealing ice damage equal to 43%.
A bright edge that can cut jade. And the
Frozen target cannot
shift
take
with
action.
it. A
Okay.
fine sword indeed.
Increase Yanqing's crit rate by 60% when Soul Steel Sync is active. Increase Yanqing's crit damage by an extra 45%. This buff lasts for 1 turn. Afterwards, deals ice damage equal... Oh my god, okay. Got it. So yeah, that's the leak that I am very excited about. Yeah. Okay, Cloud Knight Patrol Unit Prosperity Patrol Records. Previous records skipped. East Cloudford, Chenshu Steel 2 Dock. That is not what I was referring to? Okay.
But there are no traces of the fugitive passing through. It seems he has no intention of leaving the Luofu for the time being.
Yeah, I wonder so much. Because, you know. Yeah, reasons. Okay, what are we looking for? So you got that one. Side crane over here.
If the side crane hadn't been damaged, we could have extracted some footage. That's no longer an option.
Okay. And you.
The Skyfaring Commission really made a mess of this. Starskips are blocked from entering or but if he fled toward the interior of the ship, it'll be hard to track him down over such a vast area. A fugitive would still have to rely on starskiffs to travel between different delves.
Maybe, like, you don't necessarily have to. I'm assuming those leaks will make their rounds when we actually get them confirmed.
Back to the docks again. Bad writing, terrible pacing. No, wait, what was I supposed to be doing again? Focus, Yanqing. You can't let novels distract from your duty to the general, especially not ones as crummy as this.
Yeah, you'll probably run into those leaks anyways if they're true. If they're actually what they're saying it is, it's yeah. You'll run into them. Okay, so that
You took the bait.
does that.
Time for a fun. My turn.
It's just guaranteed ice is so good. That's so good.
How many can you block?
Can I have fun this time? Tough luck running into me. Here. Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
I'm just staying skeptical for now. Yeah, but it's also kind of like it's good to stay skeptical about that, but it's also kind of like a. It kind of seems like a logical,
Time for a fun.
like a logical conclusion. You know, right? Like we're getting the Danheng, so like that makes about as much sense as. You know, we're getting 5-star Danheng, so that's kind of just like the logical extension of that.
What a child.
Poke.
Time for swordplay.
Can I have time for
Nice.
fun?
Nope. Okay. Of course, the only time that when I'm playing mono ice is when fucking Silver Wolf only pulls Quantum, dude. Bro. Ah.
How many can you block?
Honestly, Danheng is... The Danheng thing, I'm not even considering spoilers at this point. That's just... It's just ridiculous how widespread that has become. It's like, I don't know. But yeah, it's just kind of a logical... You know, that's where that would end up.
What's this?
That happens to Danheng, it's gonna... You know, we have
This kind of
other
wound
characters to do that with.
Is not the work of a cloud knight. The best prey is one that leaves traces.
Although I will say her eyes are the same, so... And knowing... knowing Hoyoverse,
Here, Ting.
the only thing that they do consistently is the eyes. That's their way of fingerprinting characters. So I'm just assuming the eyes are the exact same. So I'm pretty confident that's what that is. Hello, Jingliao.
Civilians are still getting attacked? Where are the cloud knights? Hey, don't panic. I'll get you out of there.
Okay, so they're all weak to ice.
Strike with heart. Swords descend.
I didn't expect characters to have multiple versions of their style. I didn't either, to be honest. But then, you know, the leak started floating around about Danheng. I'm like, okay, sure.
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another?
A one-time enemy.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Time for swordplay.
Thanks. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do debuff you, so you actually die.
Try that again. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. A one-time enemy. Blade and flight.
Huh? They were on their feet a second ago.
Thank you for your assistance, young man.
Just doing my job. The port has been sealed off. Why are you here alone?
I came with a merchant ship. The shadows of old friends have returned to my thoughts of late. I came to reunite with them and relive old times.
Yeah, the thing with HSR leaks, right? Like with Genshin leaks, when that was a whole thing, you could keep up with them. Like there was just enough to where it was a lot, but you could keep up with them. There are so many fucking HSR leaks floating around that I cannot keep, like, you cannot keep up with them, no matter how much there's, like, so many new characters just flowing through my timeline unwillingly. I'm like, okay, the new name, sure, I'm gonna forget it because I'm never gonna hear about it again for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Shenhe to me, different person, I think. Yeah, no. But it is Amelie, it is not Chelsea Kwake.
Who would have imagined the Luofu could become such a dangerous place?
You chose a bad time to visit, I'm afraid. There's been an incident. It won't take long for the General to fix it, though. This place isn't safe. We should head to the nearest Cloud Knight garrison. By the way, did you see a man with long hair and black clothes around here?
Hello. Okay, I will give her this much. She's really cool. She just reminds me of Lady Justice from Wizard 101 a little bit too much.
You can't see? Apologies. I thought... My name is Yanqing. I'm registered with the Cloud Knights. And your name is?
Jing Liu.
Nice to meet you. Miss Jing Liu? Allow me to lead the way. We might have to take a bit of a detour, but I promise to get you to the Cloud Knight safely.
No one is touching Twitter right now, yeah. I think a big reason why I got so many leaks is when, before Reddit imploded, HSR leaks was just forcibly fed to my for my front page. I don't subscribe to HSR leaks, but for some, because I'm on like whatever HSR subreddits, Reddit was like, oh, you would like this one too, and so I just got like all of the big leaks from the like leak flood that happened in 1.0. And then so like I saw so many character names, like I don't know and I don't remember any of them because there's just so many. There are just so many. Okay, this is Jing Liu. This is who Amelie voices.
Where exactly are we headed, young?
To the docks. Don't worry, you'll be safe.
Where did she come from? Where did she go?
So, are you from one of the other Xianzhou ships? The Yaoqiang? The Fanghu?
I'm from the Xiangcheng.
The Songcheng? There's a ship called the Songcheng? Why haven't I heard of it?
Because it's gone. Jing Liu destroyed it. That's just me spitballing. Honestly, that that makes a lot of sense to me, but that might be completely wrong.
Miss Jing Liu, how long has it been since you last set foot on the Luofu?
Are you always this talkative?
Just making conversation. I wanted you to know I was still here. Let's get going, miss. Careful. Take your time.
I do not think that she's gonna have difficulties walking. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Give me a second. Alrighty, we're back. Let's keep running. Whoa. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Whoop, cutscene.
Where do we go from here?
That's just so weird. This like detail, like what is that? Like how does that like what? How does that work? You know, I want to see somebody cosplay Jing Liu and somehow figure out how to get this to work, because that's just like spatially doesn't make sense. Like,
shh, quiet. We've got trouble to deal with first. Wait here a moment, miss.
my guy, she's capable.
Shift the balance.
Fuck. Okay.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
You've come at the perfect time, little one. We could use your blood to irrigate the celestial traces.
Little one? This little one is about to teach you a big lesson.
Let's get rid of you. And then we do this.
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart.
More enemies.
Just have somebody walk with you holding 2 pieces of paper. Yeah. No, it's 1 piece of paper. It's 1 black piece of paper that you just kind of occasionally just put in front of what, like, just the circle that's the moon right there.
Ready for another?
Like the moon is like a part of the dress. And then
Time for a buzz.
like the The moon is the actual part of the dress. You have like a black circle of paper that somebody just kind of holds
Where
over.
did these guys come from? Huh, the general was right. There's a threat lurking on the Xianzhou itself.
You are quite the sword master, young man.
You saw that?
I heard it. A sword whistles through the air and rings out upon contacting the enemy. Whilst invisible to the eye, such signals reveal the quality of one's swordplay. As a musician listens to the notes of a song, so a poet listens to its rhyme. And in the flow of combat, a skilled swordmaster delivers both with their blade. I'll wager the Cloud Knights capable of wielding 6 flying swords at a time. Number few indeed.
She's so cool. Okay.
Thanks, miss.
However, your zealousness inhibits your ability to hide your line of attack,
Huh?
which causes your sword's song to become somewhat mumbled at the end.
I guess the connection between music and swordplay is real after all. The general told me something similar. He said my swordplay was too proud and angular. He said it lacked the maturity required to win the title of Sword Champion.
Sword Champion. If I recall correctly, that title is bestowed on one who reaches the pinnacle of swordsmanship in the Cloud Knights. But that was a long time ago.
She is very cool. I still don't know what's up with her. She's like, my working theory right now is that she's like a zombie of some sort.
Right! Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the title of Sword Champion has gone unclaimed. But once everything settles down and the combat art ceremony returns, it's a title I'm determined to win.
Imbibitor? The title of Sword Champion. Imbibitor Lunae. Lunae is probably moon of, or Luna has a, I'm just assuming it's Luna as the root. Lunae. Nope. Lunae. Yeah, it's an inflection of Luna, which is just moon in Latin. Which I'm assuming that's referring to her. Like, Imbibitor Lunae is definitely just another title that Jingliu had at one point. A puppet? Maybe. I don't feel like she would be a puppet, though. She doesn't have, like, the same... Because, like, Sui Yi is a puppet, right? Sui Yi is 100% a puppet. She actually has, like, joints and shit that you can see. Same with Herta, right? You know, that seems very organic to me. So that makes it known through the design with a character. Yeah, exactly. Like... Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
The Cloud Knights have many martial arts traditions. Who was it that instructed you in swordplay?
Also, we don't use leaks to inform any theories, so, yeah.
I see you're no stranger to the art. I won't keep you in suspense. My master is none other than General Jing Yuan of the Luofu.
Who knows how she's even alive in like the first place? Yeah, well, like that's why I'm like trying to figure out what's her deal, is because she doesn't seem very emotionally active. Like and we got that trailer where it like Jingliu is Jing Yuan's master, right? She taught Jing Yuan everything, which now Jing Yuan is using to teach Yanqing. So, like, and Jing Yuan had to fight her. So, like, what's her deal? How is she here? Why is she here? Why is she blind? What's up with her? Is she Mara-struck? Is she just a puppet? Is she a zombie? Like, what the fuck's up with her?
General.
I know you haven't visited for a long time.
But surely you've heard of General Jing Yuan. He says he has no affinity with the sword, that his skills are getting rusty. Well, if that's true, I never noticed from his training. All right, the coast is clear. Let's keep moving.
Yellow Milkovich? Yellow Milkovich. The Master Primus has ordered all disciples to head to one specific delve to guide the mystical roots to grow and thrive. However, we were shocked to learn that disciple Rose Mallow, who was responsible for the Chenshu docks at the Cloudford, has perished under the hand of various outworlders. Before immense duties, one ought to put aside personal vengeance. You shall now take over Rose Mallow's task. Remember, do not disappoint the Master Primus. Golden Pothos.
The Starskip voyage log can be accessed through the dock navigator array.
Okay, there it is. Do they all? Yeah, no. All of their names.
Active Starskip.
To be a part of the Sanctus Medicus, your nickname is color and then a name of a flower.
This one goes past the Divination Commission and the
That's like their
Artisanship
code name
Commission.
form. I don't know what any of that means.
Well, my work here is finished. Now to make sure you get to a safe destination.
Given the present circumstances, the Cloud Knight garrison probably isn't a safe destination. Wouldn't you say?
Correct. So we're not going there. I'm taking you to the Shackling prison. Safe, well-guarded, plenty of food, and a place to sleep.
Why a
Young
prison?
man, if you wish to apprehend someone, shouldn't you have a reason?
Suspicious behavior and half-truths. Those alone are reason enough. You think you can fool me just because I'm a child? A sealed-off port with a stranded passenger? Unlikely. Not to mention you walking the whole way here without so much as a stumble. You can see as well as I can. The biggest giveaway was your comment about my swordplay. Correctly guessing the number of swords from the sound alone? You'd have to be more than human. You're not blind at all.
I never claimed to be. You came up with that yourself. Fear not, young man. I hold no grievance against you, and have never held ill intent towards the Xianzhou. The black veil covering my eyes is merely proof of my resolve to never look back. To never fall again into Mara and destruction.
Fall again into Mara. Okay. She didn't. Okay. She didn't imply that. She said that she can hear them, but she never said anything about not being able to see them. That was just all kind of Yanqing making logical jumps.
I came here to catch one person. It's quite fortunate that our paths have crossed.
The one you're looking for. Is it Blade?
He goes by Blade nowadays. A fitting name for someone who dedicated his mind and body to the ways of the sword. Take me to him, young man. You are no match for me, and therefore, no match for Blade either. Let me accompany you. There is no need to throw your life away.
We've not even drawn swords yet, and you declare yourself the winner? Let me offer you a word of advice. Don't underestimate me.
Don't underestimate Jing Liu either. She's the person that fucking invented what you're learning, dude.
I was hoping to avoid a conflict with the Cloud Knights. How about this? Let's have ourselves a little contest. We can use the abominations that have infested the Luofu as target practice, and see whose sword can slay more and slay faster.
I hate Blade so much his weapon confuses me. Yeah, like, be careful where you say that, but yeah. If you say you hate Blade, dude, half of HSR's fandom is gonna come and fucking murder you. Like that is like be careful where you say that one.
And if I win?
Then I will obediently follow you to the Shackling prison and receive whatever judgment awaits me there. Don't worry, I'll keep my end of the bargain. But if I win, you have to share Blade's whereabouts with me. Fair enough?
Does Blade have a personality, or is he just hot? He's edgy. That's it. Okay. I won't say that's it. That's all we know. That's all we know so far, is that he's just edgy. Does Yanqing even know where Blade is? He has rumors about his whereabouts. That's really it.
A Cloud Knight never gambles with official business. But in any case, you won't beat me.
I admire your confidence. But what was it you said earlier about declaring a winner before swords were drawn? It would seem we've cleared every abomination from the area. Let's find another location and continue our contest.
That's all he needs, and half the fandom is down bad. Yeah, exactly. He's just kind of hot and edgy, and that's like really it. Which also is kind of why I don't really like him either, is because we don't know much about him. I don't even find him that hot, but...
This place is brimming with Mara, the perfect environment for honing one's skills. Surely slaying abominations doesn't count as gambling with official business?
Why can't we simp for Danheng instead? Okay, part of the obsession with Blade comes from Drenheng, from the Danheng and Blade ship. But like there's a huge obsession with Drenheng, but it's also just people being down bad for Blade. Like that's
How do we tell who's won?
Do you not know about Drenheng, Ryo? No fucking way. Yeah, no, Blade and Danheng was like the biggest ship on the shipping fandom wiki for like the entire month. Like it is incredible how big Drenheng is. That's why people ship them, is because they're like bickering ex-boyfriends, but like it's it's a little bit crazier than that. I don't know. It's incredible. It is so everywhere. Bronzilla was first for the month. Bronzilla is by far the biggest queer ship on the shipping fandom wiki. Drenheng was second, and no, Drenheng was third, and Kavatham was second. Yeah.
We go from here to the end of the path without leaving a speck of abomination behind us. The first one to the end wins.
Deal.
Lead the way.
That's what shipping is for, Streamstress. That's yeah, exactly. They have no reason to be next to each other, but people write a fuck of Japard and Sampo fics. Like it's incredible.
What if you're just using this as a chance to escape?
Jing Yuan trained you all right.
Just all right. It's fine. Oh, March is very low. I'm just not realizing this.
Show me what you got. Strike with heart.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Told you I could fight.
We're gonna do this.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move. Commencing support. Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Although, depending on how good Jingliu actually is as a character, I might get her just for the mono cryo team. Just because I find this team so funny.
Practice is over.
Like, I love this team so much.
Descend.
Bronzilla, true.
Where did she go?
Yeah, she's ahead. Let's heal first.
I didn't even see you.
Too slow, young man.
She's just an ego check for Yanqing. This is so good. Do you plan on skipping banners for 1.2? Probably, honestly.
But how is that possible?
Because 1.2 is what? It's going to be Himiko and Blade? Not Himiko. Kafka and Blade? Right? Is 1.2? I definitely won't be pulling Blade. I have no interest in the dude. Probably not Kafka either. Himiko can't get... No, I always call Kafka Himiko for some reason. Yeah, I might just save through all of 1.2. Go 1.3, 1.4, whatever. Yeah, no, it's her banner. Like, it's my banners that she can't get her ass out of.
What kept you this time? You'll need to work harder. Otherwise, you won't even catch me in a star skiff. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. A long time has passed since I wielded this sword. The heat of combat nearly cast me into the darkness.
Somebody that isn't down bad for and desperate for Kafka? Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not down bad for Kafka. I find her neat. I find her a really well-written character. I don't have this, like, desperation to get her. I might throw some stuff at her, but if I don't get her, I don't get her. Yeah. I'll probably have to wait for a rerun for her if I want to get her. But, like, yeah, I'm not huge into her. I just find her very interesting in the story.
Come, young man. I'll let you finish up. I'll let you make 3 moves. Draw your sword. Don't you know it's rude to keep an elder waiting? Hesitant, weak. What happened to that confidence of yours?
Blade in flight!
My turn. Once you draw your sword, you must strike down your adversary in one blow without turning back.
Okay, so she has stacks of some sort.
Taught you how to slay abominations. But did he ever teach you how to deal with the Mara struck? The answer is, there is no difference. The sword pierces the body and severs its life. This sword...
Enough! Swords descend!
Yeah, Amelie's voice is doing so much good for Jingliu.
Strike with heart!
Your final move was the only one that didn't disappoint.
I lost?
Amelie's wonderful in every role, and that's why I'm so excited for her in fucking A Place Further in the Universe. I'm so excited for her to play Yuzuki because she has such a good voice for Yuzuki.
contest has not yet come to a conclusion. For I have yet to make my final move, and the field has no opponent. Unsheathing this sword without merit is to blaspheme the divine will of the Rainbow Arbiter and invite calamity.
Never heard of that anime. What it's about? It's about 4 girls that go to Antarctica. It's incredible. Watch it. It's not. It looks like it's a cute girls doing cute thing. And moe anime, it is not. It is definitely not. It is very emotionally packed, and it's closer to an adventure anime than anything else. Watch it. It is incredible. There is an English dub coming out sometime this year. By Anime Limited. So the English cast is Amelie. The main 4 girls are played by Amelie, Xanthuen, Kelly Mills, and fuck. Let me look it up. Who was the 4th? Yeah, Xanthuen is playing Mari. Erica Mendez is Shirase. Kaylee Mills is Hinata, and Amelie is Yuzuki. So, yeah. Definitely watch it. It is incredible. It is one of my favorite animes ever. It's so good.
You...
Even with your strength, if you were to cross paths with Blade, it would mean death for you.
Jingliu has a lot of moon motifs on her character. I couldn't tell. I could like he got her. I couldn't tell. That's why the Mbibibitu Lune, whoever that was definitely her. Like the fact that the last name was Lune. Yeah.
I can give you a more dignified end than dying at his hands.
Although, yeah, Moon is already suspicious because Kiana.
Refined 1,000 times over.
Watch, she takes off the like when we get her in the main quest, she's gonna take off her blindfold, and it's just gonna be Kiana's eyes. That would be the dumbest shit.
What say you to that, young man?
This is giving me what's his face vibes. This is giving me some Samsara vibes.
You have courage.
I deflected it?
Let's go,
I'll
Yanqing.
take those records you found. Thank you, young man.
Bye-bye,
That
Jingliu.
move was a token of my appreciation. We were fated to meet this day, and in days to come.
This mysterious woman also wants to find the whereabouts of Blade. No matter what she wants to do with the fugitive, she must not be allowed to get to him first. I have to pick up the pace.
Huh. Interesting.
And that's the end? There's nothing else in the operations log?
Writer's block, perhaps?
That Jingliu seems pretty dangerous. The Stellaron crisis sure has attracted a lot of strange people to the Lawfu.
I would get more quests like this. I mean, I think this is how this is, like, all of these are gonna work, right? I think this is how all of these companion quests are gonna work, is we get the character for an extended period of time. I would love a quest like this for Clara and Welt. Yeah. Welt would be a doozy. Clara definitely.
Shouldn't we hand this over to Qing Yuan as soon as possible?
Woof. Woof. Where are we going? Qing Yuan, let's go. Dan Heng, Jinglio, and Yanqing want to find Blade. He's so popular. I mean, yeah, when you're killing, like, thousands, yeah. When you're indiscriminately killing many, then yeah, that's gonna happen. I love this. This is such a cool set piece. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, that's an incredibly cool set piece. Hello, Jingyuan.
Without a doubt. This Jade Tracer belongs to Yanqing. I can't thank you enough.
Hi, Miyamura. Who's Jingliu?
You already accessed the recording?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
She accidentally pressed a button.
Yeah, it just kind of happened. I don't know what was. It was an ad. It's a virus. It was the virus, Mom.
No harm done. She was my mentor and my superior when I was a member of the Cloud Knights. However, she left the Xianzhou a long time ago. If you see her, be sure to keep your distance and notify me immediately.
Sounds good.
He took on the charge of pursuing a major criminal. It is not my place to impede him for fear of his well-being. That is the nature of the Cloud Knights and...
What a great father you are.
I do have confidence in him, though.
Or master, or... whatever.
Forgive me, but I cannot disclose this information.
Fuck you too, then.
Thank you again for your help, friends from the Express. The situation remains unpredictable, so take care. I hope to be able to drink and talk freely with you once again, when everything is settled.
Sounds good. That was cool, to be honest. If anything goes wrong, blame March. She doesn't deserve that, though. March is a sweetheart. Like, March doesn't deserve that much blame. She's too sweet. Okay, let's go talk to Yanqing. Find the characters and the character. Yeah, exactly. That's like the point.
Being surrounded by the universe feels amazing. The Luofu feels like a small corner of something much, much bigger.
Yep.
Yeah. All the challenges of everyday life seem to disappear when you gaze out into the universe.
I find it funny that like every Hoyoverse game needs its like scapegoat. So like in Genshin it's Paimon, and now it's apparently March in HSR. But like I understand Paimon, but March is just too sweet.
All right, then I'll be here to bother you more often in the future.
Sweet.
I bet there are so many opponents out there in the universe just waiting for me to find them.
There we go. We finished up with that. Let's go. I think that's all of the companion quests for this version. Dude, I'm just now realizing we're gonna get a fucking Kafka companion quest. What? Like next patch, we're gonna get a Kafka quest. That's so dumb. That's gonna be so weird. That's gonna be so weird. Already did Luocha's? Yeah, I did that yesterday. We're gonna get a Blade one. That one's even dumber. Yeah. Oh, okay. Blade isn't our, like, functional mom, though. That's the thing, right? Like, Kafka's, like, our mother. That's the thing. So that's gonna be a lot of interesting dynamics. If it goes out how I think it'll go. I don't know. Yeah, it's just the fact that Kafka is our mother, pretty much. Let's do you. Blade is just a mass murderer. Kafka is our mom. Yeah, it's the fact that Kafka has such a strong connection to Stell. It might make sense if they get left alone in the quest. Yeah. It's just so interesting to me. The concept of what would happen when they get left alone for an extended period of time. Because like the Shenzhou, like the scene with Kafka when she's like locked up in the divination commission. Right, that sit-down chat that we got with Kafka was nice. That was good, but there was a time limit on that, and Kafka could only say so much because she was a part of Elio's script. There was like a certain number of things that she could say. But like imagine an encounter with her where we're not dictated by Elio's script. Like imagine just a sit down chat with her, just free. No time limit, no nothing. It's just this is what I can say. Unless they do it one of the ones where we're tracking. Yeah, I will say that does, like, there is the possibility of that where it's just kind of like what we just did with Yanqing, where we're not actually talking with Yanqing, it's just kind of replay or whatever, or it's, you know, March fan fiction. It's just March fanfic, but as long as it's not that and it's actually like a Stella and Kafka are interacting, I'm actually very excited for that. Yeah, she will be on the Express afterwards, which would be very strange, unless she does a whole Silverwolf thing and she's just a hologram instead of actually being there, because that's also a possibility. Here's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 3. I'm just going to auto it.
Time for a fun.
Kafka still in the Shenzhou. We have a possibility. Well, no, we will definitely meet her again in game. Like there's no question about that. It's just when we get a hangout quest with her. When we get a quest with her, it's gonna be super strange. It's gonna be like a very like. It's gonna be like seeing your toxic mother for the first time in years. Like we all the Celeron hunters would be just holograms. Yeah. Unless Welt pulls a funny and is like invites Blade on, like full on, just for revenge for Dan Heng inviting Luocha on. That would be really funny. We're basically just all beta with a bomb attached. Yeah? Yeah. Depends on where we actually came from. If we were created there and then, yeah. But there's also the possibility of the Silver Wolf just kind of yoinked us and then just like kind of kept us in stasis for a while, Half-Life style, and then resummoned us to put a Stellaron inside. Companion quests with Stellaron hunters will always have a bit of a strangeness. Yeah, they will, but also it's like Silver Wolf was weird, but also it, you know, that's kind of what I expected. I actually really enjoyed Silver Wolves. I think Skrullum kind of stole the show for me with that, but I still enjoyed it. I think Kafka is going to be by far the weirdest, just because of her relationship with Stella. Like, just by judging the fucking the interaction we had with her in the Divination Commission, that alone was super weird. I still want to fucking know what was up with her eyes. Dude, I still don't understand what was up with her eyes in that scene with the Divination Commission. Because we have never seen her eyes like that before. Every other appearance of her eyes have been in that heart shape. But then her pupils changed shape in the Divination Commission scene, and it makes me mad. I'm very curious about how Elio's time ability works. We don't know if it's a time ability. Like, straight up. We don't know how Elio functions, like, at all. There are a lot of questions to be answered regarding Elio, and that's one of them. Does he have time abilities? He might not. There's a very good chance that he doesn't. There is some other function that he has that allows him to write the scripts as he does.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength.
It just kind of, really, it depends on who he is an emanator for. Because he has to be an emanator. Like, really, there's no way he's not an emanator. But who does he serve? Where does he get his powers from? Because depending on where he gets his powers from, that can give you a lot of information. So like, if he's connected with finality, then that kind of makes sense. My favorite theory is the idea that because the finality is rumored to move backwards in time, the finality just kind of gave Elio the script as in this is what has happened, this is what I have seen. Like, the finality met Elio at one point in time, like their paths in time crossed, River Song Doctor style, right? And then the finality keeps going backwards, the Elio keeps going forwards. The finality gave Elio everything that has happened in reversed order. So Elio uses that script to go, like, to work off of or whatever. It's kind of a dumb theory, but you know, that's the best I can come up with. Yeah, that's the biggest theory right now, is that Elio is is connected with time, or Elio is connected with finality. We just don't know for sure. Like, it would make a lot of sense for him to not be finality.
This is double speed.
But yeah. Elio's in the Sue XP, I'll be upset. I don't even know what Sue looks like.
Illusions of the past. Who's next? Lend me your strength.
Sue. He looks like Kaoru.
Here among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You know, he looks more like the main characters.
Lend me your strength.
He reminds me a lot of the main characters, especially that teal streak in his hair. reminds me of the teal garter that Stella has.
Who's next? What? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I'll hate them as a Sue XP. Yeah, no, I could figure that much out. But he feels, I don't know, just at a glance at him, I don't know what his character is like, but he gives me very, like, his design is very similar to the main characters.
Watch this awesome move.
Yeah, I'm only on chapter 9 in HI3, so
This is double speed.
I'm still waiting for Honkai to actually appear in Star Rail. I'm not convinced that it will in the same way that it appears in HI3. I think the Honkai is going to be a different thing. And it's also, if it does appear, it's going to take a while. Because, like, I feel like Destruction is, like, Nanook is just the... Nanook is like the form of the Honkai right now. Is the closest that we're gonna get so far. I think once we start actually facing Nanook, that's when things are gonna get a little more dire in Honkai E. But right now, the only form of Honkai is Nanook in the not the Abyss Order, whatever his lackeys are called. The not anti-entropy. Fuck, whatever Nanook's faction is.
Huh?
Antimatter Legion, that's it. That's kind of how it plays out in my head. Is that, you know, Nanook is the closest that we have so far to anything resembling the Honkai. Honkai isn't about destruction. Destruction is the consequence of... yeah, but, like, and that's what I'm saying. That's the closest we have. I think that, you know, Nanook... Like, once we actually face Nanook, destroy Nanook, I feel like that's when, like, there is something happening in the background, right? Honkai just kind of has to be somewhere. It is somewhere around here. And it has something to do with how the Aeons function. Like, it's very hard to articulate how it plays out in my head and, like, how this functions in my head, but I feel like the whole, like, how do I word this? I'm trying to think how I articulate this, because this is actually kind of tricky.
What a headache.
HSR is a whole different universe. So, from what I understand, HSR is... whether you believe that HSR is multiple leaves on the imaginary tree or if it's just one, because there are arguments for both sides. Either way, the Honkai is a thing that just exists anywhere you are on the imaginary tree. That it's just kind of a result of how the whole universe works. So the Honkai just kind of has to be somewhere. Like, to me, the Honkai is kind of the... It's somewhere. It is somewhere. Like, in some corners of the universe, it has manifested much stronger than else, like, than other places. So, like, it is... The Honkai has manifested full fucking force on Earth, wherever Earth is. But in some places it hasn't, and, like, there's also the possibility that, where am I going? But yeah, there are also some universes on the Sea of Quantum Bubble universes that don't aren't affected by the Honkai or have already been affected by the Honkai, aka Genshin, that's a different story. But there is this like there is an underlying like function to the Aeons that like we don't understand right now, that I feel like has to be where the Honkai is kind of located. Because like there's the whole idea of what happens when an Aeon dies. What happens to an Aeon when they are destroyed? What is an Aeon? Like there's all of that kind of stuff that just feels like that's kind of where Honkai energy is tucked away, that we haven't revealed yet. And at some point in the story of the game, through the course of the game, we're going to kind of find where Honkai energy is kind of hiding, and that's when shit goes down. That's how it plays out in my head. It might not go that way. This game might be called Honkai Star Rail purely because of wealth. Who fucking knows? The only other civilization that survived the Honkai was the Sky People that we know of. There is the possibility that Genshin is a post-Honkai civilization. We don't know that for sure. It either could be that Genshin exists in a corner of the imaginary tree or on the Sea of Quanta that the Honkai cannot affect. There is that possibility, but then there is also the possibility that Genshin is a post-Honkai universe. So Genshin is, yeah, that, from what we understand, yeah, it is probably a bubble universe on the Sea of Quanta, but we're not entirely sure. Like I don't have the authority to say that, but from all of the Honkai theorists that I have seen, they still will get into debates as to whether or not Genshin is on the Sea of Quanta or Imaginary Tree, wherever it is. It's kind of funny. So if Genshin is a bubble universe, does that mean the twins travel to Sea of Quanta? Yeah, probably, possibly. We don't know how the fuck that works, but that's the implication. Which, you know, is not how that fucking works. That's you straight up just can't do that. That's like, you can't do that. I feel like Genshin is no. So here's the thing, Ryo. Genshin was originally going to be a Honkai game, but they had to change it. Okay, so when Hoyoverse back in like 2017, 2018, Hoyoverse, then MiHoYo, applied to be on the stock market in China, but their application was denied because they only had one IP, which was Honkai. So what they did was they made when they started working on Genshin, which was originally in production, considered a Honkai game, they just kind of pulled a sneaky and changed the name of the game to Genshin Impact instead of another Honkai game. So they could say, hey, look at this, we have another IP, so they could do better on their next round of applying for the stock market, which they never did. They did decide to stay private, but yeah, the fact that Genshin is called Genshin is purely because they needed another IP for stock market applications. It is not a separate thing. It is a Honkai game. It is a Honkai game. It exists on the somewhere in the Hoyoverse. It's just to what extent it does is unknown at this point. Plus all the XP. True. Yeah, there is a number of XPs. Like, you know, I'll hate them. Okay, what are we doing? We need... I don't want to transmute. I want to make... these. We also saw Devolin in the HI3. Yeah, when Genshin came out, there was a Devolin Easter egg in HI3, and it's the implication That scene implies that Genshin is a bubble universe on the Sea of Quanta. Which implies a lot of things, but we're still not entirely sure. If you squint, yeah. It's funny because there are so many of those cases of they're an XP if you squint really hard, which I find so funny. So if Genshin is a bubble universe, then theoretically the primordial one could be the anchor. Yes, there are a lot of theories as to what is the anchor in because there's a lot of manacle imagery in Genshin. There's a lot of chains and manacle and anchor like imagery in the game, especially when you're talking about the Abyss. So there are a lot of debates. You can have so many fucking debates as to what the anchor is to the imaginary tree. My personal favorite theory is that I'm so tired. The world tree. What is it called? Irminsul tree. I think my favorite theory is that the Irminsul is the anchor. I think Irminsul is by some function an actual like twig or like a little teeny itty bitty branch from the imaginary tree that acts as an anchor to the imaginary tree. That's my personal theory. There are many other theories that you can make with regards to where, like, if you're assuming that Genshin is a bubble universe, because it might not. It might just be its own secluded corner of the imaginary tree, and the Honkai just hasn't found it yet. Am I the only one who finds it more interesting if Genshin isn't a bubble universe? What do you mean by that? Like, if it's just kind of somewhere on the imaginary tree? Or if it's just not in the Hoyoverse in general? Yeah, there's also a theory that Genshin isn't on either. It's just kind of floating out in the fucking ether. And that it's anchored by something to the imaginary tree. Not on the Sea of Quanta or on the tree, just kind of next to it. Like, literally, if I was able to ask one question to Mr. Hoyoverse, right? If I was able to ask one fucking question, my question would be, if you were to use one preposition, what would be the one preposition that you would use to describe Genshin's relation to the imaginary tree? Like, what is the preposition that you would use to describe it? Next to, in, on, below, around? Like, what the fuck would you use to describe where Teyvat is in relation to the imaginary tree? If it's on the imaginary tree, it would need to deal with the Honkai. That's the thing. We don't know if that's already happened. Possibly. It may have happened. We don't know. Because, like, there's an argument to be made that the second who came was the Honkai, or the Samsara has restarted and we're at the very beginning of a Samsara, and that we're going to face the Honkai at some point. There's a lot that, like, there is the possibility. We just don't know, because there's so much about the past of Teyvat before the Archons that we don't know. There is a very good possibility that Genshin is a post-Honkai world. Okay. What we're gonna do... I need you. I'm gonna go to the bathroom one more time. And then we are going to do imaginary or fucking simulated universe run, and then we'll be right back. And then I'll probably end the stream after simulation. So yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, I love the idea that the Vishaps just kind of did the dirty work for us. I love the concept that the Vishaps just kind of did the dirty work. They all died, but they defeated the Honkai. There's so much interesting lore in Genshin that could be explained by something Honkai, like the Elemental being a brain for the tree. Well, okay, so here's the thing. With however it works, whatever Genshin's relationship to the Hoyoverse is, which it has to. We saw Dvalin in HI3, so there's some relation. However it works, Genshin Teyvat is somewhere in this universe that kind of makes it its own thing already. It is so far removed from the Honkai games that we're doing that already pretty much. There are some very foundational, like, tucked away bits of the world lore that we can explain with Honkai stuff, but for the most part, Genshin is kind of self-contained. And, which is interesting because, and I find it most interesting that Genshin is self-contained. Like, I have started finding the whole thought process of connecting Honkai and Genshin interesting because of how self-contained Genshin is. Like, in what situation, like, what is the mechanic, like, of this universe that allows Genshin to be so far removed from everything else going on? And, like, yes, I like to have Genshin be its own thing. It is its own world. It has its own functions and all that, all this stuff. But it's just the fact that it is a part of the Hoyoverse, but so far removed from everything we have seen. It just, like, because there is no sign of Honkai. There is no sign of quantum or imaginary energy. There is no sign of any of that shit. Why? Why is it its own thing as much as it is? That, like, that's my attitude towards that. I want it to be its own thing, but I also would like to figure out why it's its own thing. Okay, we're gonna keep going on 3. We're gonna keep farming these because I need better pieces for who's and what's it's. Actually, yeah. Could the Honkai be sealed in Genshin like how Kiana sealed in HI3? Possibly. Maybe that's what the Abyss King thingy is. Like, that's perfectly possible. That the gem thing that we saw in Carrie Bear was the wouldn't that be fucking wild if the thing in Carrie Bear was just the Honkai? That was straight up just the fucking Honkai. the original Sinner, that would be fucking wild if that was just the Honkai.
Can I have fun this time?
Let's settle this.
What a headache.
And I honestly don't think it will. I honestly do not think that Honkai is going to interrupt the story that we have going. I think it's like... I think what's going to happen, Raya, and... like, I have faith in Hoyoverse's writers to do this. I think what's going to happen is we're going to get introduced to phenomena that are analogous to the Honkai. Honkai is not going to actually appear. Or, okay. The story of HI3 and HSR are not going to have anything to do with Genshin. Genshin is going to run into things that Honkai fans are going to say, oh, this is probably what is supposed to be this world's version of the Honkai. We're not going to actually have a whole, this is Honkai, this is the imaginary tree, this is how this universe works. I think what's so interesting, and I think what, like, I think Hoyoverse has kind of solidified this, is that Genshin is about the world, HSR is about the universe, and HI3 is about the Honkai. Like, every game is about its own thing, its own concept, and Genshin is very much about the world of Teyvat.
What a headache.
So I definitely do not think that concepts from HI3 and HSR are going to water down what's going on in Genshin. Genshin is its own world tucked away. They made it tucked away for a reason. There's going to be a little bit of crossover here and there because there's still foundational systems that the universe works off of that Genshin also has to abide by. Teyvat also has to abide by these very basic fundamental laws. But Genshin is going to have its own terms for it, its own explanations for it, all of this stuff.
Don't mess with me.
Because that's the point of Genshin, is to be its own world.
This combat needs... This is double speed. Time for a buzz. Told you I could fight. Cute! You can't run!
Who's next? I'll end your misery.
So yeah, that's my...
Can I have fun this time?
That's my attitude towards that idea.
Illusions of the past.
Yeah, that's my attitude towards it. I do hope that Genshin stays its own thing, but there are definitely, like, parts of it you just can't deny are there. It's just, there is a very particular way of handling those things that I hope that Hoyoverse is, and I have faith that Hoyoverse is going to, like, handle it well.
Time for a buzz. Told you I could fight. Here! Try that again. You can't run!
Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery.
Tough luck running into me. Cute! Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this.
HI3 does get a bit confusing. Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement. It doesn't just get confusing. Okay, well, the problem is the localization. It doesn't help that the localization for HI3 fucking sucks. Like, that was back when Genshin, or when Hoyo didn't have the phenomenal localization team they have now. So, early Honkai localization fucking sucks. Homu was bitching about that earlier.
I'll end your misery. Who's next? Morin, time for a fun. Told you I could.
You chose the.
Don't mess with me.
Yeah, I was watching Homu Labs bitch about that earlier. It was really funny. About how awful the fucking the localization for Honkai is. Is it a not? Yeah. Well, I can use that as an excuse to. Oh no, you should still read the dialogue. It's still important for understanding what's going on. It's just some concepts like, let me read what Homu Labs wrote. Where was it? Up here. Yeah, it's not also, it also is not, doesn't help that many of the metaphors don't translate well into English. That's why you will find people on the global side a lot more confused about the lore than CN. I still remember the whole Honkai wants to embrace humanity thing from chapter 33. After that, everybody thought that Honkai was just some edgy god that wanted to be friends with humanity, when that just wasn't supposed to be taken literally. It was just a simplified explanation to make sense of finality in human terms. But it didn't translate very well into English, and it made some confusion even worse. So yeah, that's localization is for Honkai is a very big bottleneck.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for a fun.
I'll see. I underestimate.
Bruh.
Headache. My turn.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
Don't mess with me.
It's just, I've just realized that he just bonks them with his coffin. That's what his ult is. It's just a bonk.
This needs optimizing. This is double speed.
What set are you using for Luocha? Just the healing set, whatever it's called. I literally just gave him my Natasha artifacts. Like that's literally what I'm using on him right now. Is just Natasha.
Watch this awesome move.
You chose the wrong enemy.
You can't run. Who's next? I'll end your misery. Can I have?
Because yeah, artifact farming for him is going to come later. I need to get him to 70 first, and then we'll artifact farm for him. Yeah, I'm running these. Wandering Cloud. What is Wild Wheat? What the fuck is Wild Wheat? Is that the imaginary or no?
Enemies ahead.
Cowboy set, got it.
Scrap.
Let's wait and see.
Freeze.
Repay.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move. Great. More time for a fun. This is double speed. I'll free you from
X
your
Wild Wheat gives him
disappear
extra
among the sea of
speed.
butterflies. Illusions of the past. Told you I could fight. Cute.
I'll see you off.
Don't mess with me.
Took me a while to get my head around imaginary as an element. What, like gameplay wise or like lore wise? I should actually probably be focusing these guys because
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
gameplay wise, I mean it's just imaginary. Like I don't. Yeah, they're gonna be healing.
Try that again. Huh. More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Don't mess with me.
I'll see you off. Nothing major.
Can't run. Tryhards, watch this awesome move.
And like I don't know what, how like how why would it be hard to wrap your head around HSR gameplay?
Time for a buzz.
What a headache.
Or like imaginary game? I don't know why.
So you are afraid of me.
It's just imaginary.
My turn.
That's just how it be.
Here among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You chose the wrong enemy. Receive divinity. Repay.
Don't mess with me.
There is no such thing with as dying with this team comp. Oh my god.
More. Tough luck running into me.
This team comp just kind of makes it a war of attrition. It's just, you know, Silver Wolf and ooh, Dewdrop. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Silver Wolf and Zila just kind of are doing the damage. And then March and Luocha are just they just go burr. I didn't see what I actually got. Let me check. Yeah, it's whatever. Luocha makes you practically immortal. I know, and it's kind of dumb, but it's also hilarious at the same time. I love it. I don't actually need to download anybody. Me with Luocha and Japard. Yeah, exactly. Now, if I had E6 March, that would make it even funnier. To be completely honest. I think it would be fucking hilarious if I had E6 March running with Luocha. Nobody would die ever.
What a headache.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna keep getting March and Danhong. I have a feeling that's just a pattern that they're gonna keep up. At least I hope so. If March never appears again and I just have to deal with getting her on standard, I'm gonna fucking suffer. I'm gonna die so hard.
Who's next?
I'm just gonna cry if I never get to see March again on a banner. Cause dude, makes me so mad.
So you are afraid of me.
You chose the.
I'll end your misery.
And then we do this.
I'll
And then we do that.
disappear among the sea of butterflies.
Yeah, not another Amber Kai Lisa. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Can I have fun this time?
Boop, boop. Wish March could apply shields quicker. I love her, but yeah, and that's why she's a 4-star. Is she applies like really big shields. Her shields are fucking massive, but they're very inconvenient to apply.
Watch this awesome move. You took the bait.
Like if you build March right, her shields are bigger than Gepard's. It's just if you can apply them. And that's kind of why I run her with a healer.
I'll end your misery.
Because, you know, you're gonna need one eventually.
Time for a fun.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, that's also kind of why she comes in handy, is she's a debuff cleanse.
Bloom. You chose the wrong enemy.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I'm a Gepard propagandist. Team shields are too good to use. Any other option? I don't care. I love March. Your propaganda doesn't work on me because I adore March way too much. I will protect her at all costs. She will always be in my team.
What a headache.
This combat needs a... This is double speed. Time for a fun. Told you I could fight.
I'll see you off.
Don't mess with me.
But yeah, there's just 1.5 billion things that do make March's shields useful. It's just if you are shielding purely for shields, Gepard is your go-to. But the fact that March has girl power and the fact that she has just all of these things that she can do with her shields, and the fact that her shields are fucking gigantic.
Receive divinity. Repay.
You know, there are reasons to use it.
Watch this awesome move.
Luocha has debuff as well. We have more debuffs. You have a Discord? Yeah, it's in the description.
Who's next?
That's fucking bullshit.
Illusions of the past.
Gepard can revive himself.
You took
Okay.
bait. Time for a fun.
But he's not adorable like March. I'm just saying.
Here. This combat needs optima. This is double speed. You can't run.
What a headache.
I just find girl power so useful at times. It's not a matter of opinion, it's just fact. I don't know what you're talking about. There are no opinions here. March is adorable. She's best girl. You cannot fight me on that.
Huh. Crush now or crush later?
Sure. Here's the thing, I can ban you. No. I have mod abuse powers.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I try hard sometimes. Watch this
Yeah.
awesome move.
March's follow-up attack is very useful. I like. That's one reason why I kind of love her. Like that's part of the reason why I fell in love with her is because her.
Time for a fun.
Honestly, like part of the reasons why I fell in love with her was because her follow-up attack just kept coming in clutch when I was just starting out in the game. So it was always just the most convenient time that her girl power would proc, and it would do just the perfect amount of damage that I needed in that moment.
This is double speed. My turn.
I'll see you off.
What a headache.
we're gonna do this. Yeah. So Luocha is going to have to do this. I'm gonna cleanse you.
Good as new.
Do that.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move. What a headache. More enemies. This combat needs. This is double speed.
I'll see you off. Bloom. Eternal sleep, the dead return!
So you are afraid of me.
Okay, here's the thing though, Chrissy. Himiko's follow-up attacks are like the situation in which they need to be procced is not nearly as useful as March, because March's follow-up attack is procced by somebody getting hit with a shield, which March's shields are also a taunt, as well as the fact that it's just completely free. Himiko's follow-up attacks are not nearly as useful in every situation like that. Because Himiko's follow-up attack requires her to actually break shit.
Don't mess with me.
And also, Himiko doesn't give shields. Like that's the big thing, is Himiko doesn't have any other upside. Her like follow-up attack, yeah, it's okay, but that's the entire point of her kit. It's not like a bonus to March's shielding. That's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh. That's not bad. I'll keep it around. We're putting that on Luocha right now. Is that attack? One that I just got. Switch. We're keeping the energy recharge rate though on him. Mm-hmm. 420. It's I can buy another. That's why I love Clara so much. Yeah. Yeah, I do love me Clara. Like, and that's kind of why I'm like, I do want to get Clara one day. She's not on the top of my priority list. That title goes to Welts, but one of these days. Gotta
try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Clara with Luocha is cracked. I want her so much. That, yeah, no, true. That would be actually kind of hilarious.
This combat needs optimized. This is double speed. I'll end your misery. I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies.
Yeah, just constant healing.
More enemies.
Luocha honestly just makes every DPS be. Yeah, because he like keeps them alive no matter what.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Like, it's fucking impossible to die with Luocha in your team. Like, that's why he's so good, is he just keeps everybody alive.
What a headache.
Like right now he's not doing a whole lot because, you know, I don't need much for him. But, need healing? Here you go. Heal yourself. Exactly.
Don't mess with me. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. You took the bait.
I also think that since I have,
My turn.
since I also have abundance going, this is going to be a really fun Japard fight.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
I'm hoping Vordark, guys, is playable in the future. He already is. What are you talking about? I just hit with him.
I'll end your misery. Can I have fun this time? Time for a fun.
I mean, to be fair, right? Like, you can't expect him to keep you alive no matter what. You still need shields or, like, yeah. He's a good healer. He's not crazy. He's not Zhongli. Yeah, oh, okay. I'll give him that much. He can't heal while enemy is attacking. I'll give him that much. But that's why you run abundance. Like,
Receive divinity.
Good as new. Don't mess with me.
that's why you run abundance, so you don't have to worry about that.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Yeah, that's pretty much your two options.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. You took the bait. This combat me. This is double speed. Here.
Don't do that.
I'll end your misery.
Let's settle this. Bloom. Repay. Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Time for a fun. So you are afraid of me. I'll end your misery. I'll free you from disappear among the sea.
I can't figure out how to deal with Kafka Phase 3. Yeah, so pretty much you just have to outlevel her. You have to, like, the only way I figured out as to how to deal with Kafka is you just have to outdamage her. That's really your only option. Like, you have to out DPS her. You have to, like, have your abundance and your heals and your shields all prepared before she starts a new phase, or else you're fucked. Like, yeah, you have to be just fully prepared for a large burst, like, at every change, at every phase change. That's, like, it. That's the most you can do. Also cleanse, yeah. We're gonna level Dewdrop. Dewdrop. So.
Enemies ahead. Up for a scrap?
Okay.
One.
Nothing major.
Watch this awesome move.
Let's see. This is really putting Luocha to the test. Okay, we're gonna put that in turn. I do have cleanse, so that's why I'm gonna keep it around.
Time for a fun.
Okay. Put you on, and I'm just gonna smack you. Right now, Luocha's job is to break Japar. That's it.
Don't mess with me.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
Bonk. Okay.
Time for a fun.
Quantum? Nope. Okay.
My turn.
Do
The initiative.
the thing.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
That's also part of the reason why I love March so much. Is just she solves that problem. She solves the cleanse. She solves the domination problem.
This combat needs this is double speed.
Kafka is not allowed to be a dummy mommy when March is around. Don't clip that. I hate myself for saying that.
Time to finish this.
Luocha too, yeah, but March.
Try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
So you are afraid of me.
Okay.
You can't run. Try that again.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Time for a fun.
Quantum. Fuck.
My turn.
This is actually kind of getting annoying.
Stay focused.
There we go.
What a headache.
Time for a fun.
That works, I guess.
You can't run. Here. Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
That's not a sentence I expected to hear today. Yeah, I didn't expect to say that today, to be honest.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Can I have fun this time?
I'll see
This
you off.
combat needs. This is double speed.
You chose the wrong enemy. The initiative.
Tough luck running into me. Phew.
Oh, that didn't kill.
Try that again.
There it is. Okay. Here.
My command. Eternal sleep.
Luocha, do your thing.
Stay
Sweet.
focused. In the name of preservation.
Boom.
Underestimated you.
You can't run. You're annoying.
Don't mess with me.
Okay. Focus
See
Japard.
you off.
My turn.
Get as big of a shield on you as I can.
Gotta try
See if I
hard
can
some.
get
Watch
freezes
this
off.
awesome move.
We're not done yet. This ends here.
Try that again.
Ow. Okay.
Time for a fun.
What a headache.
Right now, weaknesses don't matter anymore.
Double speed.
Okay, Seal is
Don't mess with
next.
me. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You
I
chose the
think
wrong
they
enemy.
do. Look at how many fucking buffs Luocha just had. Dude, that's ridiculous.
Eternal sleep is the dead return.
Bonk.
Phew.
Time to finish this.
You can't run.
Underestimated you.
Try that again. Time for a fun.
There we go. Jesus fucking Christ. And while I can't use it, which is so annoying.
Step closer.
Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
What a headache. Who's next?
Tough luck running into me. Here.
I'll see you all.
More enemies. This combat needs... This is double speed. You're annoying.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
We're going to shield again.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
This is the one thing I hate about Japard, is this just does so fucking much. This shield just absorbs so way too much stuff. It's just so fucking dumb.
Don't mess with me.
In the name of preservation! Bloom.
Only a scratch.
Eternal sleep, the dead return!
Bonk.
Not a step closer!
Go away.
Okay. I do love me some Abundance Path. It's so dumb. It's so ridiculous. Okay. We're gonna do you. We'll do you.
This ends here!
You.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
Time to finish this!
Go away. You're annoying.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Told you I could fight.
There we go. Holy fuck, that took way too much time.
Here. Can I have fun this time?
What a headache.
Stay focused! In the name of preservation!
Only a scratch.
Try that again.
Eternal sleep, the dead return!
Bonk.
Try hard watch this awesome move.
Also another instance of As's supremacy. She shreds the shield. Does she? Oh, okay. I kind of want her now.
Needs up to...
I should probably bring her on these then.
My turn.
Because yeah, that's one problem I always have with this fight is
More enemies.
that
Time for a fight.
goddamn shield is so annoying. And also Silverwolf just for some reason seemingly never wants to actually pull Quantum when I need her to.
Not a step closer!
You can't run.
Time to finish this!
Try that again.
Yeah, I am very much sucking at Silverwolf RNG right now. Ugh. I mean, that works though.
Here. You can't run.
I'll free you from your... Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
There we go. His lackeys are dead.
Receive divinity.
Thanks.
There we go.
Pay.
Try that again. Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this.
I just love how that was like 7 different things that just kind of did their own thing there. That was hilarious.
Double speed.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Time for
Quantum.
fun.
Fuck.
What a headache. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Not his weakness shield, just his like when he does this bullshit,
Not a step closer!
Go away.
it shreds through that.
You're annoying.
Okay, we're gonna do this.
Good as new.
Those guys are weak to
Time
Quantum.
for a fun. Phew.
Eternal sleep, the dead return!
Bonk. I am legally required to say bonk whenever he does that.
In the name of
Yeah, the shields for all thing he shreds through.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Yeah, no, my Silverwolf weakness sometimes just does not do shit.
Receive divinity.
Thanks.
Repay.
Can I have fun this time? This combat me. This is double speed.
Time to finish this.
Go away.
This ends here.
Only a
Stop
scratch.
it.
Try
Cool.
that again. Gotta try hard some. Watch
Let's go.
This awesome move. Don't mess with me. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for a buzz.
Yep, ice. I don't know. My Silverwolf just does not like doing shit for me. It's really annoying. You. I do enjoy how my Luocha has 4,000 health.
Not a step closer.
Don't do that.
Thanks.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return.
Bonk.
In the name of preservation.
Only a scratch. Try that again. Time for a buzz.
There we go. And she only pulls Quantum when I don't need her to pull Quantum.
This is double speed.
Yeah, probably the one who needs HP the least is the one who has all the HP.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
This ends here.
Receive divinity.
Thanks a lot. My turn.
Who shields the most? I think you.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions.
He has
of the
Natasha's
past.
relic. Yeah, exactly. I think he has like 1,700 attack or something on him, and he heals ridiculous amounts.
Try that again.
Not a step closer. In the name of preservation.
Ow. Okay, well, you know, Japard scaling on this fight also does not help at all.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Fuck.
Awesome move.
I think my big problem with this fight is you can't make it a war of attrition, and I never get good Silverwolf RNG, so it sucks. Elephant, welcome.
Try that again.
I'm struggling. Yeah, because the further you get into this fight, the more damage Japard does. Japard scales.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
So you can't make it a war of attrition because he will win. It's just the fact that I don't have any other way of doing this fight.
You can't run.
I'll see you off.
Not a step.
At least you're on the final phase. Yeah, I'll give you that much.
Eternal sleep.
It's very difficult to tank his damage. Well, because he starts doing more and more damage the further into the fight you
Try
get.
hard. Watch this awesome move.
In the name of preservation.
Like, you just can't tank that. And his little fucker friends don't help.
Ends here.
Oh my god.
Stop running into me.
Whoa. Shielding March.
Don't mess with me.
Ow. Whoa.
Receive divinity.
There we go.
I underestimated Bloom.
Thanks a lot.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return.
Someone definitely gonna die? Well, we'll see.
Not a step closer.
Go away.
Yeah, because he just completely took out an entire full March shield.
Only a scratch. Try that again. Gotta try hard sometime.
Like, that's
Watch this
ridiculous.
awesome move. I'll free you from disappear among the sea of butterflies.
Illusions of the past.
My turn.
We're gonna shield Luocha. Gonna do this.
What a headache.
Do that.
Nothing major.
You can't run.
On my command. Time to finish. I underestimated you.
Try that again.
Yeah, that's a rip.
Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery.
That's a big ol' ripperoonie.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Well, we'll just see what happens.
Get closer.
Go away.
Time to finish this.
Nope, never mind. We're not gonna see what happens.
This ends here.
Yeah, because then he just starts taking 1.5 billion fucking turns every second. What did you put? I put her on defense. My march isn't entirely defense. I mean, I didn't really want to win that anyways, because I just wanted to get the bond, to be fair. Asked on Jingyuan. True, Jingyuan in that fight would be really good. What do I have? I have 6, right? He does so much damage. Again, the problem is it's because I can't get that. I can't do that fight any faster. I mean, I could if I brought Jingyuan. I think I would help a lot instead of Silverwolf. Because my Asta is beyond ass. So. Yeah. I don't know. But that's really all I wanted to do, because I wanted to roll a bit. And I wanted to get the Herta bond for this week before it resets tomorrow, so. Because, like, what do I have? Yeah, let me check. So Luocha is running. Luocha is also level 60, so that didn't help either. He is 1800. Yeah, it's just the fact that Luocha does. Or Japar does so much damage when you have the fight run longer, like as long as it did for me.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Like, because that fight went on so long, he just starts doing more and more damage the further you get in. So it just gets to a point where he will just one-shot you. No matter what, he will just one-shot you, and you can't heal that shit unless you have Bailu. So, yeah. I'm going through some of the universe right now to see how much we take out each time. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay. Oh fuck. I am done for today. I've already gone longer than I thought. I have already gone longer than I thought it would. So, yeah. That is about all I have for today. Ooh. That was exhausting. I am so tired. Well, options cancel. True, yeah, that is a thing that happens. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next week we have 3.8. Yeah, for Genshin. And then so Saturday's gonna be some more Honkai, probably just some farming and shit, and then 3.8 is 3.8. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next weekend. So yeah, bye bye.